5. I dated a rich guy who loved my authenticity, and he would pick me up in one of his dad's cool collector cars and take me to record stores. When I went to visit him, I showed up in my grandpa's old Ford F-150 truck. He asked me why I drove around in that thing. I shrugged and said, because I'm poor, and he said, no you're not. It was like I ruined his whole hipster aesthetic and he realized I wasn't grunge. Like yeah, but I wore a flannel from the thrift store because it was cheap, not cause I was making a fashion statement. 6. I was venting to a schoolmate about not being able to have a car. She said, why don't you just ask your mom? It literally broke my brain. Like, yeah, why didn't I think of that? 7. She says money has been tight, so we have to wait a couple more weeks before we break ground on the new air-conditioned stable for the horses. 8. My boss is an attorney. A client who was filling out her financial statement for a divorce realized that she had forgotten to include her student loans on the report. Laughing somewhat ruefully, she said, I can't believe I forgot to include that. And in a bright, sunny voice my boss laughed and said, I sometimes forget that I own a boat. The client and I quietly locked eyes with a shared understanding of how out of touch that was. 9. It's only $1,000. Okay, money man, then give it to me. 10. How often do you go sailing? Said by the guy that knew I was struggling financially.